How far can cinema go in depicting taboo intimacy? We're ranking the top 5 movies that push the boundaries of the mother-son dynamic into erotically charged territory. You won't look away. Let's get started. 5. Konski Ogon 2023, a contemporary retelling of the myth of Oedipus. The movie's action takes place in an unidentified location, a town at the base of a cliff, sandwiched between a forest, barns, and a garbage dump, where individuals conceal upsetting truths. After being away for years, Diana comes back to town with an abundance of breast milk. He suffers from memory loss and sadness. A crime in the neighboring forest occurs at the same time as her homecoming. When Maj, the primary suspect, makes friends with the victim's daughter, Dagmara, aged 10, things become more problematic. Their bond stems from their extraordinary sensitivity and resistance to the damaged world. May knows it's a bad omen when they're playing in the water, and a ponytail tangles them. 4. Piety 2022. In Spain, teenager Mateo endures his overbearing mother Libertad's suffocating control. After a brain tumor diagnosis and surgery, psychologist Carolina advises Libertad to allow Mateo independence, but Libertad secretly encourages his dependence. Meanwhile, in North Korea, Officer Taeyong and his wife Chong escape after their daughter's execution, but Chong's despair leads to a tragic suicide pact. Mateo discovers his estranged father Roberto's suicide attempt. Unbeknownst to Libertad, Mateo meets Roberto, who reveals their shared need for Libertad despite her toxicity. Libertad attempts suicide, and a guilt-ridden Mateo welcomes her abuse, leading to a critical health crisis. Libertad, aiming to help Mateo, mirrors his appearance and takes his medication, sacrificing her health. After news of Kim Jong-il's death, Mateo finds Libertad dead. He collapses in public, unable to cope with freedom without her. 3. Too Close to Our Son 2015. Investigating magistrate Sophie discovers Juliet, a suspect in her case, is her adopted son Leo's biological mother. Defying her magistrate husband Olivier's objections, Sophie continues her probe, hiding the truth from Leo. Appalled by Sophie's decision and the inherent conflict, Olivier secretly contacts Juliet without revealing his identity or connection to Sophie and Leo. His clandestine interactions are driven by concern for his son and a growing ethical unease regarding Sophie's choices and the potential impact on their family. Olivier's secret approach sets a parallel investigation in motion, adding layers of complexity and potential confrontation to the already delicate situation. 2. Spanking the Monkey 1994. Susan, Raymond's mother, breaks her leg just before she leaves for a summer internship as a bright young medical student at MIT. His father, Tom, forces Raymond to stay at home and care for her because she is confined and immobile. As a result of Susan's emotional distress and Raymond's own, they make intimate physical contact, which makes Raymond uncomfortable. He soon meets Tony, a high school student, but the emotionally taxing recent events in his life make it hard for him to tolerate forming a connection with her. 1. Murmur of the Heart 1971. Laurent Chevalier, a 14-year-old child growing up in affluent surroundings in Dijon, France, is the subject of this humorous coming-of-age tale. Instead of America in the 1990s, this is France in the middle of the 1950s. Events that would irreversibly destroy the self-esteem of a contemporary American adolescent, such as becoming drunk, smoking, having sex, being smothered by his mother, being neglected by his father, being approached by a priest, developing rheumatic fever, etc. Do not harm Laurent. This is a wonderfully pleasant and strangely innocent story, but it contains enough scandalous conduct to fill 100 made-for-TV films. This has been a look at a controversial and often unsettling subject in cinema. We hope this discussion has been thought-provoking. Remember to share your reactions responsibly in the comments. And if you appreciated this analysis, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video to spark further discussion, and subscribe so you don't miss our future explorations of unique and often controversial topics in film.